That's right. So you know what? I think this is a great place to jump in for those that are just joining us. We had a little bit of a meeting before the meeting, which is always a lot of fun to really just exchange in some great conversation. But welcome everybody. We are so excited to have our guest Abebe Lewis with us. We're going to have a great introduction to him, and you're really going to get to know him and wish you lived in Miami by the time we're done.
Oh man.
Yeah, we're all coming down there. For just a little brief introduction, we want to welcome back anybody that's joining us that was a part of our first webinar series. This is a professional development webinar series being put on by the Beonair network of media schools, which includes Ohio Media School, Illinois Media School, Colorado Media School, and Miami Media School. The purpose of our webinar series is just to create a new community of students, alumni, and anybody out there who wants to learn more about the industry and grow within the industry. We hope that you build a nice network as a result of joining us. So a little bit of housekeeping before we get started. If you would be so kind to turn off your microphones. There is a chat that's available. If you look towards the top of your screen, you're going to see a little bubble, and you're welcome to put your comments and questions in the chat. We're going to engage in a whole lot of conversation, but we're going to save time at the end for some Q&A, because after all, you know, this is really about you wanting to learn and grow and to learn from a pro to be a pro. I'm hoping that Philip is on. Phil, are you there?
I am here.
Oh, that's so awesome. So those are the words I wanted to hear right now. Without further ado, I am going to get this forum started. I want you to know that Abebe is a guru, and he is really a mega talent, and he's going to be sharing a lot about his background in marketing, media, sales. He's very, very well known in the music and reggae, hip hop arena, as well as music in general. He's a very colorful person coming to us from Miami. And Philip, who is one of our instructors at our Columbus campus, also comes with a background. He's an instructional leader at the Columbus campus. He also has his own web series that he directs and he stars in, and he's pretty awesome in that. And he's the owner of Unplugged magazine. So with that, Philip, I'm going to put you in the driver's seat and take it away. And it's just so wonderful to have you both here, and everybody else. Welcome.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, everybody. And Abebe, thank you so much for joining us.
Hello.
What I'm going to do is, oh, you got him featured? Perfect. We've got him featured. All right. So let's really get into it, because you're a busy man.
I
You
try
start,
to. Yeah.
and there's a difference between being busy, being active, activity, and productivity.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we deal with a lot of people who are constantly active. They're constantly active, and because they think that they're active, that they're being productive. What was one of the things that you would do to distinguish, for all of us that are listening, the difference between activity versus productivity?
Well, this is like a lot of different ways, but like, as I got older into the business, of course, when I was younger, you didn't really think about that. Like, you went out, you met celebrities, and you met movers and shakers, and you just like, oh man, I met this. Can I get a picture, or can I get this? But you didn't know that you're supposed to almost like seize that opportunity right there. Like, what I'm saying? Speak to
Yeah.
that person about something in a cordial way, and it's just, when you talk about the productivity aspect of it, I just had to do a lot of different things, to really understand that point. Excuse me one second. To really understand that point, and it's just like, how do you say, like, getting that niche market of understanding where the monetary aspect comes from. It's like, we also about like posting on Instagram. If you have a nice body, or your pretty face, like, and you're posting, and like, what are you posting for? What I'm saying? You may post 10 beautiful pictures, male or female, for the day. Okay, are you selling clothing? Are you giving a service? Like, what are you actually doing to draw that traffic, that back to yourself, to make it monetary for yourself?
Yes. And I'm glad you made that distinction. So before we go into, because I really want to jump into a lot of things with you, because you've got a wealth of experience, a wealth of knowledge, but can you give a brief overview of who you are for the audience that's right here, right now, who you are,
Definitely.
and we'll go into all of the other stuff.
Okay. I'm Abebe Lewis. My father is Ian Lewis from the reggae group Inner Circle. They made the theme song for Cops, Bad Boys, which actually became the theme song for Cops and also the movie Bad Boys 1, 2, and 3 with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. I own and operate Circle House Studios along with my father and my uncle and everyone else here at the studio. I have my own marketing company, Abebe Lewis Marketing and Branding Group, that I have a plethora of clientels like from Two Live Crew and so many others. It's just, man, I'm just an all around type of guy that has a lot of good stuff going on, at the end of the day, because I'm just trying the way the game is now. It's a lot different, what I'm saying, than it was. So it's like, I'm just trying to get into those new spaces, far as the tech space, far as the crypto, the NFTs, it's just using it in many different ways. But I'm just like an all around hustler, man. Like, what I'm saying? It's an all around hustler. But my main gist is music. Music is what drives me and what drives a lot of the businesses that I do, far as from the clothing aspect to the music licensing aspect to the new branding aspect. Like even today, not to go off the tangent, I seen a post this morning from the guy that owns Rap Snacks and said they're the number one like snack distributed, what I'm saying, through everywhere now. Look at that. I've seen that company start from 0 to like 100 now. What I'm saying? And they're
Yes.
coordinating with the celebrities and all those other different people. What I'm saying? So it's just like, I'm sorry about the phone, guys, but and they're coordinating with those different people. So it's just about just turn it off. It's not gonna turn off like that. Just leave it. And it's just the different companies. But go ahead.
No, good stuff. Good stuff. And with everything that you do, because your hands are in everything, and then you made a distinction with saying that music is really the main place where you put a lot of your energy. How did you come to the place of deciding that music was your main source of place where you need to put your energy and everything else would funnel into that?
Because I saw guys like Diddy, Puff Daddy, with him having Bad Boy and taking Bad Boy and utilizing that. Because I worked with him early in the years. If you go on Instagram, there's videos where Diddy was here at the Circle House, and I saw Sean John birthed. I saw so many different things birthed, Ciroc, but everything came from the music. And it was at one point where Diddy was making more money off his brands than actually music. But still, the music was driving everything. What I'm saying? You could take the song and like I see French, he came out with a line, French Vanilla with the Ciroc. They did a song called French Vanilla. Like things like that you cannot pay for, because music is that space where you can kind of like, you can dwindle a little bit with those brands. And if you're a good lyricist, you're a smart guy. So even like a guy like Nas, who has now metamorphosed into the tech space. But you know where that came from? Music, and people seeing how intelligent Nas is with his verses, with his wordplay, how he puts a song together, a topic, a theme that people are like, oh my gosh, this guy's a genius. This guy's very smart. So let's get him with these different brands and get him where he needs to be. But music is definitely driving force into a lot of the things that like I do, and that's what I'm known for. And it's a great story because music is like my anchor. It's like my
Yes.
my thing, and it's a great anchor to have. Like so you may see somebody like, oh man, that guy's an influencer. Okay, that guy's at this. And, oh, that's Abebe, man. His family's in the music business. They've been in the music business for years and years and years, and so it's a great anchor to have. I'm not saying everybody needs it, but great anchor to have. And doing any type of marketing, you need something that you're good at first, and then you can move on from there.
So, and I appreciate that, because something similar with Michael Jordan, when he was in the game, he started making his money by basketball, but before he retired, he was making more money off the court than he was on the court.
LeBron James,
So
too.
LeBron James as well. So
Yeah.
the question becomes, and we've got a lot of professionals in here that are not only doing what we do during the week, but they are involved in other ventures outside of what we do as a mainstay.
Mhm.
At what point do you transition, or do you stay in that same vein, or is there ever a point where you need to make a decision?
Yeah, definitely time to transition when you're in the music and you know you kind of got it locked to in a certain extent, because there's different specs of music. Like, I'm in behind the scenes with the music. I'm like manager, consultant, but then you have artists. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give you the artist perspective. Sometimes it's time for the artist to retire somewhat, or time to take a step back and then look at all the other things that they can do, far as like merchandising. Now you got celebrity boxing now, and look at the YouTuber guy. I worked with him, Jake, what's his name? Jake, right? Jake Paul. And
Yes.
I did music stuff with Jake Paul. He was a YouTuber. 2, 3 years later, this guy's making millions of dollars doing celebrity boxing. So it's like he almost like was in that cocoon and then he opened it up, but he was testing the water so much that he saw what the people wanted from him. Being a YouTuber and an influencer, it's almost like DJ Khaled. He can see something working before you can see it because he was a DJ. So
Right.
he's in the club and he tested 20,000 records before he even knew which one was which. So as you, and we can almost put that in to answer your question, because it's almost like you feel the confidence level for you to move on to the next level. You know what I'm saying? You can feel
Yes.
it. You feel it inside, like, okay, now it's time to master something else. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I like it. So with that being said, you do a lot of stuff. I mean, you've got Circle House, you've got your company, you're networking, you're branding, you're shaking hands, kissing babies. How do you manage all of that, plus family life and personal time for you?
Well, I love this. This is something that I don't got to wake up. Like, I wake up 5 o'clock every morning and I'm already on social media. Of course, I give my God his praise. You know what I'm saying? Every morning, listen to a little TD Jakes, little Joe Osteen, and I just start my day. And I really start on social media because in the morning, the algorithm is up. You know what I'm saying? You're starting before everyone else, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning when they're getting up at 9 to see what you're doing. But to answer your question, you got to love this. And I love it. You know what I'm saying? I get up, I dream it, I sleep it, I see things, like I get so much excited about technology and new things happening and new ventures. I love when I see a young brand blow up. Like I work a lot with Kodak Black, right? He has his own clothing line called Sniper Gang Apparel. He kills with that, man. Almost as good as
Wow.
music. He does very well with t-shirt sales. He'll do a song like the number one song he had out called the Gremlin song. Then he got a Super Gremlin t-shirt. He may do, I mean, 10,000 of those t-shirts on top of streaming 1 million streams. And that's how
Wow.
things kind of work hand in hand. What's next? He's going to be in a Gremlin movie? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's so many options to do once you have that power and understanding. And it's not like the music business is not a rocket science. When you have resources like forums like this where you can ask questions, and schools like that you guys have, Miami Media School, where you can go there and soak all this energy in to really take yourself to that next level. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. So you said something, and you mentioned Bishop Jakes, because one of the things that Jakes has said in the past is, as an entrepreneur, he is going to be on everything that comes out. When TikTok came out, I'm going to be on TikTok, YouTube, everything. And you're on social media
Yes.
constantly, 5 o'clock in the morning. I understand. I get up at 5 a.m. myself. So, how important for the professionals that are on this call and the professionals that'll be watching this video, how important is it to be on all those social medias?
It's definitely important. It's time consuming, but it's definitely important because it's free media. You can't beat free media. You just got to learn how I say the word, like infiltrate it in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a million people like yourself trying to do what you do. You know what I'm saying? So how can you be different and sit down and think about it? Do you do short films? Do you take your time? You can do short films with iPhones. You know what I'm saying? I've seen people buy iPhone cameras and iPhone different things, and I mean lenses and different things of that nature. But it's just, this is something that you gotta love, man. You gotta love this, man. It's hard to put a hand on it, but that's why some people excel in this business more than others. Not to say everybody won't, but you may see somebody's going to sit there and sacrifice their time and sacrifice their strategies and stuff like that. But when you're on social media, you need to have a strategy. You know what I'm saying? You need to know, what is it. If you're going to be speaking, okay, I'm going to look at I don't know, like Brian Gumbo. I'm gonna look at somebody's page, or Ryan Seacrest, or something, and see what they're doing, and kind of like come up my own flair. But social media, you can't be everywhere. You gotta, create a real page and then create like a business page. You know what I'm saying? So you got your
Yes.
family page, you got your, you close your, you make it, you gotta request you, but then you have your business page over here where you're the people gotta understand you on social media. They gotta understand what you're trying to say without you saying it. They gotta see you. They gotta feel you. Like, what I'm saying? Like, look at Noriega, which is like Drink Champs, the #1 podcast. He went from rapper to #1 podcaster, because
Yes.
he understood the credibility came from where again? Music, right? And then from
Yes.
music, he transcended into other different things. Now he has another podcast called Smoke Champs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Yeah.
Drink Champs he's cross collaterate. He's sitting down. He's having meetings with people, and he's thinking. You know what I'm saying? He's very much thinking. And
Yes.
with this business, you have to think. It looks like it's simple, and you see those influencers do that picture, and they're like, "Yeah." It probably took 100 of those to get that one, but all you seeing is that one. Like, it's perfect. No, they're not perfect. You know what I'm saying? They just probably put a little bit more time into it, and took their time to understand the app where they can do a little color correction, or do the boomerangs, or the, like, understand what you're doing. Because like I want to get into coding. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's something I didn't want to do before, but now I want to get into it because so I can have more control of what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I want to
You,
make it.
you want to get into coding?
Yes.
The actual writing the code for the
Yes.
websites and the
Yes.
app. Ooh,
Yes. Yes.
we need to become friends then, because I'll just give you the work and you can do that. So here's something. With that being said, what about print media?
Okay.
Everyone is going into social media. Everyone is going into the digital media. Everything's becoming digital, from the currency, the cryptocurrency, social media. Has print media, in your opinion, become outdated?
Not really, but a little. You know what I'm saying? It's I would say, the books. You mean like magazines and stuff like that? Yeah,
Mhm.
I feel like it's kind of outdated, man. I feel like it's really outdated, because you can learn, you can get all that stuff online. You know what I'm saying? And if you do a magazine, digitize it. You know what I'm saying? Still do a couple print. Print is very expensive, and it matters. Like, I have a friend, Ace Magazine, right? He's based in Florida, and he does print, and he does very, very well. #1 in the jail system, but he has a niche market. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
every month he's getting 40,000 orders from jail. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it makes sense to print 100,000 magazines. If you can find that niche for your print media, I say to do it. But if not, digitize it. You know, you can go further. You can do more things. You can actually change it up, like, almost like remix the story. You know what I'm saying? When you're doing digital stuff, because, like, not to go off the tangent, but I love what, like, Meek Mills and Drake did. They released their albums on Spotify and then released it again. Like, with new versions of the song. So it's almost like what you could do with print media. Like, as soon as TMZ can change in a second. You know what I'm saying? Or that, but if they had a TMZ magazine, it would take them, oh, I got to reprint this. Oh, I got to do this, or I got to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I would
Yes.
say print media it's on its way out. I would think so.
All right. Sounds good. Now, what I want to do is I want to just take a quick transition, because I see a hand and I want to capture some people. So I'm going to give the floor to, let me see, where did Jay? Jay Wisdom. I'm going to give you the
Right.
opportunity to ask your question. So, Jay, you've got the
Okay,
floor.
I'll make it as
Ask your
short as
question.
possible. Okay, my question is for you. I definitely have some music, but I don't have like any instruments. I don't have no platform. So, what would you say a best like starting line for me to start from?
Well, as far as like music wise, you can buy beats on YouTube for, $10, $5. You know what I'm saying? You can lease beats, you know what I'm saying? And just, then there's even
Hmm.
beats you can just utilize to rap over for now, or sing over for now, to understand what you're doing with the music.
Right. And
So
another thing you mentioned about
You get one question now. You get one
no, no,
question.
no,
all right,
listen,
all right,
listen,
all right,
listen,
I'm done.
listen.
No more
So,
sound.
So I'll let you do I'll let you do a follow up, but just remember, everybody, you get one
All right,
question because I
I'll
want
make it up
everybody.
last time. I ain't gonna get no second units. Now, one person I wanted to point out that's a good example is Snoop Dogg and Will Smith.
Yes.
How they advertise themselves, and they not just rapping, they have other platforms too, like TikTok, and then they have t-shirts and movies, and they always advertise their movie before it come out to
Hmm.
let you know, hey, I'm coming out with a movie, make sure you participate, show me some love. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I want to do. I want to have more than one thing going on in my life so I can stay wealthy. You know what I'm
Definitely.
saying?
What's the question?
Oh, but the question is, here's the question. How do I get into the industry?
Well, what industry you want to get into? You want to be an artist or you want to be
I
behind
want
the
to be a
scenes?
rap artist.
You want to be an artist. Okay. You have a rap or you have your name? What's your rap name?
Young Styles.
Young Styles. Okay. What demographic do you think is the best demographic for Young Styles? Who would you mirror somewhat Young Styles as? Or like this out right now that's selling records?
I don't mirror myself as anybody. I don't think I sound like any other rapper out here. I think I sound like myself. You know what I'm saying?
You got to understand now when you go in the corporate world of Atlantic Records and the record labels, unless you
But
create
if I wanted to mirror somebody, definitely it will be Young Dolph.
Young Dolph. So there you go. So you see how Young Dolph is very independent artist, does his own videos, does his own everything. So you'd have to come from that aspect of the independent because people love the Young Dolph because he was a dope rapper, but also
Right,
how
right.
he sold his own music and cut deals with the independent record labels and different things like that. So I would have to really hear some of your music to really see what you're doing and really
Okay.
feel what you're doing. But man, sky's the limit, my brother. You in the right places.
I'm not gonna stop, man. I'm gonna keep on pedaling until I
Yeah,
get
that's
there,
it.
man.
That's it. That's all you can do. That's all, our motto in my office is keep it moving, my brother. Keep it moving.
Right.
Don't stop. If you stop, you've wasted your time, man. This entertainment business, you never know, my brother. My dad
Right.
blew up at 48 years old. That's when Bad Boys came out. He was 48, you
I
know.
think that's too late to be blowing up. I think
Hey,
you need to start now while you still in your 20s.
but
All
you don't know
right.
when it's going to happen is the question. So you gotta, that's like every overnight story is like a 20-year story. Don't live and let somebody like he just came out the blue and he just blew up. No, he didn't. He'd been rapping and doing beats for and social media and doing events and parties or something before he actually exploded. You know what I'm saying? So Jay, just keep that energy going. I'm gonna leave my email up. You can email me. I'll listen to your music. I'll give you my opinion.
Oh,
All
that's
right.
great.
Jay, thank you so much for giving. I muted you, so if you're trying to say something, it was because I muted you. I want to make sure that we keep it moving. So for when we open the floor to ask questions, just a little bit of housekeeping. Make sure you have the question in your mind. If you can't remember it, write it down. Ask your question, and then let Abebe talk, so that we don't want to go over back and forth uh, over each other. I want to transition a little bit. I've got some other hands that are up. We're going to come to you in a moment. Write down your question. So when it's your time, you have the opportunity to ask. But one of the things that we wanted to ask is regarding your marketing company. I mean,
Yeah.
you have a diverse clientele. You have nightclubs, you have recording artists, you work with a lot of different people, private parties. What makes you say yes to some clients, and what makes you say no to other clients?
Definitely their drive, because like they always say, like you could be very, very talented, or you can be like a very study person who studies a lot the game and just learns the game in a different way. Sometimes the talented people be the lazy ones, and the ones that are studying the game a whole lot more, they're more into it. So I'm gonna look at your drive. I need to know where you're going. I need to know I need to sit with you. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a serious game, man. This is a game where your life can be changed. So it's just like I say no to the lazy ones. You know what I'm saying? To the people who I feel like don't want to put in that work and don't want to just, I've met millionaires who I've said no to, because I just know it's going to be more of a battle for me than an easy road. You know what I'm saying? In this business, with the mental health that we all going through, we all don't need to be going through what we going through, like especially coming out of COVID. We gotta pick things that's right for us, that we feel it. Sometimes I'm in the studio and I hear a record and I get goosebumps. Like people would just come, yo, play that for a BB. Let's see if he gets the goosebumps. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because then it's almost like you feel that record is going to go. There's so many technical issues in the music business, but it's a feeling type of business. You know what I'm saying? And it's a
Yes.
vibe. So a lot of the times I look at the drive that they have and I look at their mindset and I'd be like, can I work with this person for a long time? Or can I work with this person for a month? Because like a lot of my clients, like I work with 2 Live Crew. I've been working with them for over 4 or 5 years. We
Yeah.
do a lot of stuff with their music. We like Megan Thee Stallion has sampled their music. So many Gucci Man has sampled their music. So many other Sweetie has sampled their music, and that became a Beats by Dre commercial. So it's just like when I started working with them, I saw a huge thing I could do with them because of who they are and their name. And you know what I'm saying? Like I could go to, not to be, go to Trojan Condoms and be like, yo, I got 2 Live Crew. This is 2 Live Crew. Let's cut this deal. Let's make their theme song be, safe sex. Let's do so many different things. But I'm not turning my back on a young artist like a Jay. So if I meet him and I see that he has something that could be marketed, his brother plays in the league or something, you got to have something that I can gravitate to. That's why I always ask you, hey, what's the story? Like when I'm servicing press and I'm speaking to television networks, they're like, what's the story, man? Well, the kid's a millionaire. His mom's this. What's the story? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they want to, oh, well, he's underprivileged. This, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yes. So with that being said, and I'm going to follow up on the artists that you're working with, because we have artists that are listening right now.
Yeah.
So there are times that artists behave improperly.
Yeah.
So some may even have a negative reputation. So
Yeah.
how do you handle a client when they misbehave at an event you're marketing, or they just misbehave and your name as a marketing is behind them?
Yeah, that's everything, man. Because in this business, integrity is everything, and your reputation is everything. I've worked with artists that they always know they're going to be late, so the promoter's like, you know what? I'm not booking that artist. So now there's 10, 20, $30,000 you missed just by being late, person. You know what I'm saying? Show up on time. I always tell anybody I work with, this is a business. Here's the music, business. Don't forget about the business. It's not a game and it's not a joke. And if you take it as that, you could do it. But to answer the question, it's tough, it's hard, and I try not to even put myself in those situations. But when I have been in those situations where maybe it was a fight, maybe there was something happened, I just try to kind of like press spin it my own kind of way, and then definitely not work with that client no more, because your name being attached to that bad thing is going to hurt your business in the end. You know what I'm saying? The next client comes through the door, the first, he's sitting in the meeting with you. Well, I heard so and so did this at your so and so. You're like, oh man, it's like, like that's hurting you. So make sure that client or that person, you vet that person, you check that person out. I'll even, with some of my clients, I'll even do fake parties downstairs just to be like, hey, when you see a blog person and he wants to come up to you and talk to you, here's what you say. Here's what you do. Don't talk too much. You know what I'm saying? You give it away too much. You can't, it's a different type of thing with press and media. You see what Cardi B just went through by suing that YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's still not even over yet. You know what I'm saying? Because that's going to change the circumference of how people talk about people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's scary now. You know what I'm saying? Where you can get sued for things like that. It's terrifying. So, you get a person like Cardi B who has unlimited lawyer funds,
Yes. So what I'm going to do, again, housekeeping, when we open the floor, you have an opportunity to ask your question and then mute your microphone so that Abebe can answer. We want to make sure that we give everybody the opportunity to speak before this hour is up. So we want to be mindful of time. With that being said, Robert, you have the floor. Go ahead and ask your question.
All right, I'm in the internet radio industry. I have a show on internet radio, and I was just wondering the best way to market something like that.
Okay. Are you media based or BDS with your station?
I actually do a pod show too, but due to licensing and all that, Facebook won't let you go live and play music. So my radio show is just internet radio.
Yeah, because with some of the internet radios, if you get the BDS or the spin for them, that's a way where they will come look for you. You know what I'm saying? Because you get sanctioned BDS or sound scan. So every time you would play a record, it would come up on their thing as a spin. So you almost like as powerful as a major radio station. You know what I'm saying? Even if your listenership is not there, you can still give that person a spin. So I would say if you look into those two things right there, then you could really do some big stuff with your station, and a lot more people will take your station more serious because you can actually give them a BDS spin or on their thing. So when they look and they get their report and they're like, wow, 2 spins on this station, 2 spins on this station, 1 spin, what station is that? Let me give that station a call. Then they're going to call you up and want to do business with you. Then that becomes advertisers come, and then different things come, and more people come.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Robert, for your question. Let's go to Nestor Ramas. You've got the floor.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead and ask
Hello?
your question.
Yeah, hi. So I'm at the gym working out, but so I'm an artist and filmmaker. Um, I have like a YouTube channel with all my stuff on there, music and film. Do you think it's wise to have like all your content, like on one YouTube channel, like your music and your film stuff, or like separate like YouTube channels for that?
It's still, I would do both. I would do separate, and um I would do intertwining, because I'm a person, like, I think differently, where I want to see your vast array of things, but then there's ways you can shop your movies and they don't want to see you doing music. But like, oh man, he's a rapper and he's doing music. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, separate those things, but still have them both, because you can tailor and shop what you're doing different ways. You know what I'm saying? Because you got Nestor, the filmmaker, Nestor, the artist, and Nestor, the mogul, the multi-use guy. You know what I'm saying? And people like myself, I want a multi-use guy. I don't want a guy that can just, if I can find a guy that can edit, shoot, rap, sing, yeah, it's a lot of work, but I'd rather work with that guy, you know what I'm saying, than work with 5 people. You know what I'm saying, Nestor? So you're barking up the right trees, being able to shoot, edit. People want self-sufficient people, man. You know what I'm saying? Right about now, to get to work and grow their business. So that's a huge bonus by you, film and music, my brother. Good luck to you, my brother.
Thank you so much, Nestor. We're going to go to Ashley, and then we're going to shift gears. Ashley, you have the floor.
Hi there. Thank you for your time. My question is, should you have a stage name for the entertainment field, or just should you go by your government name?
That's a tough one. It matters how you want to be envisioned. You know what I'm saying? Here's a funny story. Inner Circle, which is my dad's group, right? My uncle always says it's too irregular of a name, because when you say it, you hear like Burning Spear, the Marleys, Steel Pulse, Inner Circle. It's like a regular name, but they're doing good. You know what I'm saying? But it's just a regular name, so it's like keeping your name Ashley. What's your last name?
Sakis.
It's not bad. You can kind of like maybe add something to it, but I like your real name. I like your real name. If I was, I would look that up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
All
So,
right.
but I wouldn't, because that's not you. If that is that you as a person that would want another name, or how do you
Got
feel
you.
about that? How do you feel about that?
I was, I don't know, like, to start a brand, do I use my real name or do I use
I
another
say
name?
use your real name, Ashley.
Use
Use
a
your
real
real
name?
name. Yes, use your real
Okay.
name, because you look like an Ashley.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you so much, Ashley. So what
Thank
we're going to
you.
do is shift gears a little bit. We're going to get to more people. So make sure you put your hands up so that I can call on you. And if you've already been addressed, then make sure you take your hand down. Abebe,
Yes.
have you ever been tempted to compromise your standard? And if so,
Go ahead.
what was the outcome?
Definitely, like, taking projects that I probably shouldn't have and shouldn't taken. messed with concerts and thinking I'm gonna change the world, you know what I'm saying, and get people to come through, and it actually hurt my brand, you know what I'm saying? And it really discouraged me as a person where, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why you got to vet what you're doing. Vet meaning like you got to do your research, do your R&D, figure it out. It's no problem taking 2 hours to sit down and, you know, it's free. I can type in people's names. I can Google, like, and Google other things and look, but it really hurt my business, compromising my business. So I would suggest do not compromise your business. Stand your ground and stand strong on what you believe in, because that's the best way to go. Because giving advice of me doing it multiple times, it didn't work in my best benefit at all, at all, at all.
Awesome. Real quick, I just want to make sure that I let everybody know, for those people who are just joining and you missed the initial introduction right now, you're listening to Abebe Lewis. He is the CEO of Circle House, owner and operator of Circle House Studio, as well as the CEO of Abebe Lewis Marketing and Branding Group. So for all of you guys who are just joined in, thank you guys so much. If you have questions, make sure you put your hand up and we'll be able to call on you at the time appropriate. But again, thank you guys so much. And Abebe, while we still got you here, I still want to tell you thank you, but I got some more questions for you.
No, let's do it, man. I'm ready, man.
All right, so you've alluded several times, and you talked about your father and your uncle working together. And I mean, your CH was established by your father and your uncle. And the question I have for you, were you afraid that you wouldn't live up to the legacy of your father and your uncle?
I'm still afraid because they set the precedent so high. You know what I'm saying? Because they just, I tell you, when they really blew up was in their late 40s, you know? So it was a different mindset that I saw, you know? But it's just so being around them and learning so much, it's just, they're so educated because they've traveled the world and toured 50 times. They've been to every nook and cranny of this earth, because, you know, when you get a reggae hit like Bad Boys or Girl, I'm Gonna Make You Sweat, it's an international record. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to Guam, you're going to Thailand, you're going Miami, of course, with our hometown, and Jamaica, and you know what I'm saying? But it's just, it's a hard thing to live up to. My little brother is Lunch Money Lewis too. I don't know if you heard of him. He also is a songwriter, rapper. That's his plaque right here. If you guys can see it, he did a song called Bills that's on a Chase commercial right now. He did Good Morning America before. So I got to compete with my brother and my sister. They're doing films, and you know, it's kind of a good competition thing. You know what I'm saying? But don't take it too much where it messes with your mental health. And mental health is so big dealing with the music and the entertainment business. Because let me tell you something, like if your mind ain't right and you ain't at that good place, it's almost like you ever get some good sleep and you wake up in the morning, you're like, yo, I'm ready to take on the world. And that's like the same thing with your mental health, with you like understanding your limitations and that you need rest, that you need time to walk and breathe and things like that. And I've learned through time and bad experiences how to make time for myself like that. Like, and you know what I'm saying? So when it comes to like now, like battling the whole father uncle, you know, thing, it's like it's not that bad, because like, you know, like I'm thinking about it more. I'm saying, how can I enhance their brand? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say like I work with Inner Circle. They've been around for 50 years. Two Live Crew, they've been around for 30, 40 years. I like brands like that because then you there's so many things you can do with them via the advertising component, via the movie component, and just it's just so many different things, man. But I'm not afraid to lose, you know.
You know, to do a follow up with what you just said, your father and uncle have been doing this for 50 years. But then you have your sister, you have your brother who's doing things, and like you said, there's that competition. So how do you distinguish between healthy competition versus unhealthy competition?
I feel you, man. I gotta feel it, and I look at their intentions. Like, you know what I'm saying? I look at their thought process, but it's hard to decipher because we're in a slimy game. You know what I'm saying? We're in the music business, we're in the marketing business, we're in the crypto, the Bitcoin world. Where I saw on TV the man in Miami, if you saw this article, he got robbed last week for his phone. And they took his phone and then did the crypto, took his thing, right there and then handed him back his phone. It was kind of crazy, the world and the space that we're in now. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta really, 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 really be careful, man, with that stuff, man. But you know, it's just knowing. I just got a feeling, man. I feel it in my heart because it's not. I can't really tell you that one thing that's going to make me say that is, you know,
Yes.
the thing. But you know, if you can kind of feel it and see it, you know.
Yes, yes. So why don't we do this? We're going to open up some. We're going to open up the floor again for some questions. I've got again housekeeping for everyone that's going to get the opportunity to ask a question. Ask your question and then go ahead and mute your microphone so that we can give justice to everyone. So Jorge Camacho, you've got the floor. What's your question?
All right. First thing is, I'm very glad that I know Mr. Lewis. And
Yes.
the question that I have for him is, as a producer, how do you look when it's an opportunity of success?
Say it again.
How do you look when it's a good opportunity of success?
Success. Okay. I just think like from the artist standpoint or the brand standpoint, or like you mean like a recording artist?
We can say both for the brand and the artist.
Okay, it's just is what the connection is. Connection point. I don't know if can you help me understand the question more, moderator?
It sounds like he's asking. Well, I'm not gonna lie. Jorge, explain the question again.
Yeah, I can explain a little bit. It's like you are a producer, you have your brand, you have your own company, and somebody goes to the company and show you the product. Like,
Okay.
hey, I have a song, I have something that I wanna make and put in the market.
Okay, I get it. Okay, it matters. I'm gonna listen to the quality of the record, and a lot of people don't understand. Like, recording in your house is great, you know what I'm saying? But like, you're going against the big dogs. You're going against Bad Bunny. You're going against Snoop, 50. Like, you know, your song can't sound like that. You got to invest in your music. So once, first and foremost, I'm gonna check and hear. Right away, I can hear where you mixed your song at because my ear is very good. I can tell if you went to a big studio or a small studio because that's really a big flag about like, did they invest in their music or they didn't? You know, did they invest in their product? How's the packaging looking? Is it leather? Is it suede? Do they got the right pictures on there? It's a lot of different variables when it comes to that, but just got to find that great product, or the person that shopped me the product may be so enthusiastic, and I just know I'm going to win with that person because of their enthusiasm. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it's not even a product, it's the person pushing the product, you know. Like, I've been in studios where I'm in there with the record company and the manager of the artist is there, and let me tell you something, the manager is going harder than the artist. He's sitting there rapping every lyric to the A&R. He's trying to sell that song, you know what I'm saying? So it's really on the product on a whole, who's pushing the product, and what's the best way to get it out for me to make my personal decision on, you know, how we can, you know, do business or not do business, you know.
Thank you so much, Jorge. Let's go to Mrs. Biscuit. You've got the floor. What's your question?
Hey, you guys, I hope all is well. Okay, so my question is I have a live talk show on Facebook and I have paid for Boost to boost it up for ratings. However, I have did my research to learn that Facebook delays my notifications on when people get them to come and join my live. Um, I know that because I had did the research. I just want to know, is it a way that I can fix that or is it another platform I should just focus on all the way?
Well, YouTube, me personally, I think YouTube is the best platform to do that. But like, I feel you because sometimes I have more traffic on Facebook and Instagram than YouTube. So you're kind of going to vacillate to where your traffic is. But you got to have to change that up. It may take you a second to change that up, but direct a lot of your traffic to your YouTube and make Facebook just be your trailer. You know what I'm saying? Where you can be like, hey, you put like a little 2 minute thing, and you know, a teaser, and then you send, hey, you want to watch my whole thing? Go to YouTube. So you get the subscribers. You can really check and see who's listening to you. Because when you're on Facebook, everybody's scrolling, everybody looking, but YouTube will be a great gauge for you to grow your subscriptions and grow that so you can actually turn that into monetary stuff because YouTube has merchandising and different things where you can actually see what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So, but what is your what do you talk about on your show?
Well, I have an informational show. Like the last show I just did, I had four opinionated fathers that fought for full custody of their children and won. So
Yeah.
it's just an informational show. I have about 20, yesterday was my 20th episode. So it's basically, I took my podcast and turned it into a live talk show because I go live, but I also record it on my podcast. So it's informational. However, I have like about 10 people that are close to me that have me as a major notification on everything I do. So they'll honestly, they just got the notification today that I went live yesterday.
Wow. Wow. See, I don't really go. I go live on Facebook, but it's like, little things like that. I mainly push all my traffic to YouTube because I can have more control there with my subscribers. Where Facebook, you see, Facebook, you're not going to have as much control as YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And you are doing a good thing because you're doing service content, not selfish content. Selfish content is like me, 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 me. Service content is like you're sitting down, like you said, with fathers. You're teaching. You're showing. Even because once you go live, you record it, right? You can still play it back later, right?
Correct. I go live on Facebook, YouTube, and Facebook and YouTube is the major ones. However, the one that I go on Facebook, I usually watch and monitor that one. I didn't watch and monitor YouTube because it was like it took a long time for me to actually get like I only have like 400 subscribers.
Do you rebroadcast it later or no? Once you put
Yes,
it on,
I nip it. I take the little nippets and put them up there to keep it going. But still, even with that, I have people that told me that they just received, they would screenshot the notification in theirs
wow.
and say, I just got the notification today and you went live 16 hours ago.
Yeah, well, my advice to you is YouTube. Make a flyer, YouTube, let them know when you're about to, you have like a teaser flyer when, hey, I'll be on at 6 o'clock on Tuesday. You have that?
Yes, I do.
Oh, perfect. So I would say just keep pushing, target your ads. Don't leave out TikTok. Don't leave out Twitter. So many different things. Maybe even try Twitch. You ever try Twitch?
I literally I've known about it and signed up about 2 months ago, but I just actually decided to actually try that one because I'm just so fed up with Facebook.
Yeah, Twitch is good. And what's the other one? StreamYard. StreamYard is very good too, where you can be.
That's what I do. I go through StreamYard to actually post on Facebook and YouTube at the same time.
You're doing the right things. You got to keep pushing.
Okay, I will.
All right.
I am actually.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mrs. Biscuit. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna make sure we get to other people. Make sure, again, you answer questions, yes, no, so we can keep the conversation moving. We got about 12 minutes left, actually 11 minutes left. Let's shift gears real quick because we're talking about all of the social media, marketing, clients. Let's talk money.
Yeah.
Your father, even though you saw your father invest his income wisely,
yeah.
How did you personally avoid becoming an entitled, spoiled brat?
Well, just watching television, and I was a little bit an entitled when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? As I got older, I understood that you need people, and it's like you can't burn every bridge. You know what I'm saying? Just because who I am and who my father is, I got to go harder than I ever did before because they're already preconceiving me to be that kid that man, you silver spoon, you didn't got it all, but they don't even know that my dad doesn't even. I run my dad's Instagram. You know what I'm saying? I run his Facebook page. Of course, it's his content that he made. You feel what I'm saying? Like I could never take away his rich history, but it's all about how you display that rich history. So you got to give credit where credit is due into the new age of like us marketers knowing how to put that content out there in the proper manner. You know what I'm saying? Because you can just drop stuff and it doesn't make any sense. And just, you know what I'm saying? You got to put it out there where, it's like somebody named Will Smith, genius. You know what I'm saying? Just watch what he does, man. Watch how he bought the Karate Kid. This man bought the Karate Kid trademark and took the movie and now made a Netflix series with Daniel's son all grown up and a whole new idea. He rebooted Fresh Prince of Bel-Air so different where it's almost like a Power or an Empire. Like you gotta know what you're doing when you're doing these things because there's older brands that still could be rebooted. There's older songs like Tootsie Rolls and some Tootsie Roll. You know what I'm saying? Drake did Tootsie
Right.
Pie. There's so many different things. It's how you think, and people always forget that the music is a business. You know what I'm saying? And you can get influencers get very rich and they get to do their things, but it's a scary thing because it's what's next for the influencer. Okay, I jumped off a building. Now I got to jump off a skyscraper. Now I got to jump out a plane. Now I got to, you know what I'm saying? It's like when music, man, you build your audience, you understand your audience, you understand what you're doing, and then from there, as you capture them, like the girl, I was saying, Big Lotto did the Mariah Carey sample over. Did you see she did that sample right before Christmas? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? When Mariah Carey's about to take over December, you know what I'm saying? Like chess moves, my brothers. Everything
Yes.
is a chess move. And if you sit back and you peep, you got to think, guys. And you students that are listening and alumni, man, you guys go to a great school. Look, I wish the school would have done this for me, where I could actually speak to somebody in the business and talk to them and understand them, man. But like Miami Media School is number one. Is moderator guys number one, man. You guys keep doing y'all thing, man, and ask these questions. I love things like this, my brother.
I appreciate you. So listen, what we're going to do, we got to transition. We've got 8 minutes. So for everybody that has an opportunity to ask a question, we need you to get in and get out. All right. So we give everybody the opportunity. We don't want to miss anyone. So with that being said, ask your question and then let Abebe answer so we can move to the next one. Yasmin, you got the floor. Yasmin Gavin.
Garvin. Hello, hi everybody. My name is Yasmin. Okay, I'm originally from New York, and I started off with music when I was in my 20s and my late teenagehood. I wanted to rap, I sing, and all that stuff, but that didn't quite pan out for me. So then I was like, oh, I'm too old to be rapping or whatever. However, I'm an entertainer. I do voiceovers. I speak many languages. I'm funny. I'm entertaining. So, and also now I'm become quite passionate about healing the community, healing the hood. So I wanted to see if you had any advice on how I can I guess direct my energy to incorporate all of my talents, because I like to consider myself a Jacqueline of many trades. And I like to, I wanted to like incorporate all my talents in a way where I can reach the people, at a larger scale, where it won't be like, people don't want to hear that right now, or people would rather just hear the stuff that they're normally used to hearing or whatever.
You got a
Is there
pen?
like,
You got a pen?
do I have a pen? Yes, I do. Hold on
Okay.
one second. Hold on one second.
Okay.
I'm about to get it.
So no, you don't have a pen.
I do. I
You
just
got a
gotta
pen.
find
You
it.
got a pen. Yeah, you got it. You
Okay,
don't,
okay,
go
okay.
get it. You don't
First
have it.
thing
All right,
you
I
need
got
to
a
do,
pen.
first thing
Yes.
you do is set up a nonprofit.
Set up a nonprofit.
Set up a
Okay.
nonprofit, a 501c3, I think, is a nonprofit. And since you like healing the community and you have music, once you set
hmm
that nonprofit up, where you based at?
I live on the west side of Cleveland.
Oh, Cleveland. So definitely there's government things once you set up a nonprofit for you to, and
hmm
funding for you to help the community. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
each, go ahead.
Quick. Because the way I do it is I like to guide people. I'm into ancestral healing because we inherited a lot of ancestral trauma, which is why we're all messed up now as a people. So I
Okay.
like to incorporate like healing and ancestral healing, using the products that Mother Nature has provided for us, like herbs, crystals, things like that. So I don't know if that kind of
Yeah,
changes the way you want to
there's made
respond.
I know a young brother out here in Miami, Florida, in Overtown, which is like a lower, like it's the hood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He has a farming thing going on. You know what I'm saying? But he got his
Right. Okay.
nonprofit with his farming. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's a
Okay.
good way. That's what I'm saying. First and foremost, you got to set up that nonprofit. You know what I'm saying? And once
Okay.
you set up that
Okay.
nonprofit, then you can do business with the government. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And once you do
Okay.
that, then you can grow. You know what I'm saying? But that's a great way to start if you're trying to help the community. And it's a way to incorporate your music and everything else, you know?
Okay. Okay. All
All
right.
right.
And I also
Thank
also
you.
wrote. Okay. Bye.
Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the 5 minute mark. So where we are right now is you've got 30 seconds. Actually, I'm gonna give you 15 seconds. Ask your question, the BB is going to answer, and we're going to speed drill this. So with that being said, Manny, you've got the floor.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Oh, hi. Good afternoon. So my question is, so in this industry that I'm in, I like to do everything because I like it my way. So, like, to get not overwhelmed, what is the best advice?
But you said you like to do everything.
Everything, yeah, because I like it my way.
So like podcasting, music,
Or like I'm more of a creative. Like I film my own stuff. I do my own stunts. I, because I like it how I want it. So I edit my own videos.
okay.
I do everything myself. But like sometimes it gets overwhelming.
Well, I would just pick different days. Like you got Monday through Friday, right? Monday would be my content day. Tuesday would be my other day. Wednesday would be my other day. Thursday would be my other day. And Friday, I'm going over my week. You know what I'm saying? So every day you concentrate on that one thing. And then you can figure out at the end of the week what got the most views, what got the most attraction. Did I sell 5 t-shirts? Did I get 100 subscribers? Like what was my spike? You know what I'm saying? What took my spike to the next level? You know what I'm saying? So I would spread the days out with also giving yourself a day off. You know what I'm saying? Out of those 7 days, like giving yourself that Saturday off or something like that, and then Monday through Friday just doing the work, and maybe Sunday you prepare yourself for the entire week. But schedule your time, like make a calendar. You know what I'm saying? And look at that calendar. You know what I'm saying? And just always have it up. Like in my office, I got everything up. I'm always looking at it and thinking. So it's not going to overwhelm me because I don't procrastinate. You know.
That works. Thank you so much, Manny. What we're going to go to is Derek. Remember, you got 15 seconds to ask a question and then stop talking so that BB can answer. You got the floor. Go for it, Derek.
Oh, yeah. I have a talent at, making music or whatever the case may be. And my thing is, how do you um shop that whole idea? And second, it's like I know it's good. I know it's good.
Your
And so
beats.
it's just like, yeah.
Okay. You ever tried doing an instrumental album?
I
Derek.
muted him because it was
Okay,
just it was going on.
a good idea for Derek would be to do an instrumental album. You know what I'm saying? Do up to like volume 1 to 10. You know what I'm saying? Each album would have like 5 or 6 different beats on there of instrumental stuff. So when you upload that to Spotify and different things, people can still come back and call you to use those beats. But if I was him, and he say his beats are hot and people are gonna love them, do some instrumental albums with your beats, because it's very hard to shop beats to big artists and big producers and different things and movies and different things. But if he starts doing an instrumental album and starts creating that following and getting those subscribers, people will take notice to him. And it's a professional way for people to hear your beats.
All right. Thank you so much, Derek. We're going to go to Cauldron. Remember, ask your question. Cauldron, you've got the floor. Go for it.
I just wanted to get Abebe's email again.
Okay. I'm gonna get. I want everybody to have it, but you ready?
That was the only question I had.
I'll give it to you. You ready?
Yeah, I got you. Let's go.
B as in boy. B as in boy. The word circlehouse@gmail.com. Y'all don't flood me now, but I'm gonna hit y'all back, but don't flood me now.
I'm gonna just drop you a link. I got a
Okay.
link I'm gonna drop you. I just want you to see what you think of it, honestly.
No, 100%, man. People that at least you're investing in yourself by going to Miami Media School. So I definitely want to hear what you got to say, because you took the first step and stepped up, and took that chance and went to the school. That's a big step.
All right, Dez, you have the floor. Remember, we got time. Dez, you got the floor. Ask your question. Dez?
Yeah, I had to unmute my phone. I was trying to figure out a way that I could contact him. That was all.
All right, that works. Thank you so much. Melinda, you have the floor. Go for it.
Hi, I have a lot of students and graduates who are interested in voiceover opportunities. Is there any particular site you would recommend I go to find those opportunities?
Not a lot. There's not a lot of those that I know of, but on Clubhouse, a guy that used to be on WBLS in New York and here in Hot 105 Miami, his name is Rick Party. He has a voiceover school, that he does online where he networks with a lot of voiceover people. So like me personally, I'm not a voiceover person, but I would go to there to like see what he has going on so I can hear all the different voices of the people that he would have on his what do you call it, like his panel or something like that. But his name is Rick Party, and he's like one of the top voiceover guys, but he's on Clubhouse and he's always doing like, speaking and always doing a bunch of stuff with a bunch of networking. So that's a good point. Rick Party, RICK Party, PARTY. If you type in, just follow him on Clubhouse, and he meant every day he's doing a panel discussion with some of the top voiceover people in America.
Okay.
You're muted. I can't hear you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone. You guys have had the opportunity to, everyone has had the opportunity to ask questions. Abebe, I'm going to let you give any closing thoughts. You've got graduates that are listening, you've got alumni, you've got students that are currently here, you've got professionals that are listening to you. What would you want to say to them to encourage them to follow their dreams and make it a reality like you're doing it right now for yourself?
Just like have a purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be on social media to be on social media. Don't be in this business just to be in this business. If you really want to make money out of it, strategically think about it. There's many ways to make money off hair, clothing, music, books. You know what I'm saying? There's so many different things, but if you take this game serious, it can definitely change your life, man. You know what I'm saying? It can definitely change your life, but have that drive and do what you guys are doing. You're doing the research and development because you're at Miami Media School and you're developing yourself, and that begins. That's a great start, guys. So just keep pushing, man. Keep pushing and network,
Awesome. Thank you so much, Abebe. I got to tell you a little secret. You may not have realized it because I've heard you say it several times. Not only is Miami Media School here, you've got Cleveland, Ohio,
yes,
Columbus, Ohio,
like
Cincinnati,
the commercial,
Chicago.
The commercial on the radio, because I'm in my call, Miami Media School. I always think that Miami is in there already, so my bad on that. My bad.
You got two schools in Chicago, Denver.
That happened to me too, We have Beonair, but Miami Media School is my baby. What can I say?
So listen, thank you so much. My name is Philip Bufford. I'm your moderator for today.
Philip, thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure.
I started off kind of rocky, but I got it straight. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, we got you, man. We got you. Linda, do you want to step back in to take over?
Thank you. You know what? This has been so much fun, and really the practical information that you shared is sometimes what we walk over. We don't stop and really think about, and I think you got a lot of people thinking about how to move themselves forward. You'll probably get a lot of reach out, and I can't thank you enough. It has been a fabulous hour.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are going to look. I'm sorry.
No, it froze for a second, so I was listening.
Okay, so I want to say to everybody that's here, there is a survey link if you would like to do it in the chat. We're going to invite you back to our next little get together in 2 weeks, and it's really been our pleasure to host this. And Abebe, bad boys, are you kidding me? What is that? We're so glad to get to know you, and we look forward to being able to connect again soon.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Angel, everybody. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you, Abebe, and thank you, everybody in the panel.
Appreciate you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.